All right, sitting here watching the Billabong Pipe Masters. So you're going to hear a little background noise. But this next knot I'm going to tie is the FG knot. You'll see I got gloves on. It's because I'm using 30-pound braid. I'm going to tie it to 60-pound mono. In order to seat this knot properly, you have to put a ton of pressure on it. So the gloves help with applying a lot of pressure, able to wrap it around my hands easily. Don't have to worry about getting burned or cut by the 30-pound braid. All right, so first thing I do is I'm going to take some wraps around my pinky here. So this way I can apply some pressure to the line. And so I've actually got this strung up over to my rod, over to the right here, so I'm able to apply tension to this line. And the key to this knot is applying constant pressure. So what I'm going to do is, this is 60-pound Berkeley Trilene big game, and first thing we do is really just put it over the top, and I'm going to use these two fingers of my left hand to manipulate it and keep directing with my right. So all you're doing with this knot is threading it onto your braid. So lay it over the top, and I'm going to go under the mainline side and then under the tagline side. So you'll see that creates a wrap right there. So I'm going to do that a few times, probably all in all. What do I got? I got 2 on each side, so a total of 4. I'll probably do it about 16 times. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. Just kind of checking it each time, making sure those wraps are even. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and let's just make it an even 20. 19, 20. Okay, so let me move this camera over. So that is basically the knot right there. And I know you're wondering, well, how does that work? So what we're going to do is I'm pinching this down, and I'm going to line this tag end of the mono up with the main line of the braid, and I'm just going to throw a half hitch right over the top. And so what that half hitch does is it keeps the whole thing locked in. All those wraps that I just used to thread this on there keeps all those locked in. So you can see, got a nice straight set of wraps right there. So I will do one more half hitch, again going over both the mono and the braid. And again, just kind of pinching that all together, pulling it tight. Okay, and so here's the critical piece, is that what you need to do is, once all this is together, you need the braid to bite into the mono and really seat all those wraps. So what I'm going to do is take a couple wraps and start to pull, and you'll notice this knot will start to change colors. Applying a lot of force here. Okay. So that knot is seated really well. Okay, and then just trim this and can do it pretty close. That knot is not going anywhere. So this knot is held in place really by this first wrap we made, which is down essentially at the bottom. And so from here, we are going to throw some half hitches over this thing just to keep it all in place. But this knot is basically done. At least the part that'll hold the fish on the line is done. The rest is just making sure your tag line doesn't go anywhere. Your tag end doesn't go anywhere. I'm tying at a little bit of an awkward angle for the camera, so excuse me fumbling around here. Trying to get one of these to go right over that tag end of the mono. Nope, that wasn't it. It's not a big deal. Now I'm just trying too hard. Okay. So, speed this up. I am just stepping on the mono, and I'm going to finish this thing off with a few more half hitches. And so this knot is 100% break strength. I think Salt Strong did a couple videos on it and compared it to some other braid to mono connections. This thing is 100% knot strength. And one of the great things about it is the mono never doubles back over itself. So most knots, when you connect two lines, they come in like this, and at some point they have to both hook back over each other in order to connect. Well, if you look at this one, the mono is just straight all the way through. And so this is a great knot for casting because there is nothing to get hung up on your guides. So I know a lot of guys out in the Pacific use this for GT fishing. I've even heard it called the GT knot before. I think there's another GT knot, or at least another knot named the GT knot. But I use it surf fishing, and I really use it for all of my braid to mono connections. All right, this is a little overkill, but yeah, got a bunch of half hitches in there. So now all you do to finish it off is take this like you're doing a half hitch. Instead of just wrapping it around once, I wrap it around about 7 times. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So then what I'm going to do on this is, I believe it's called a risotto finish. So I kind of line all this up and then pinch the bottom and wrap this loop back over itself. And you'll be able to see once that's done, because you have both of your ends of the loop coming out together. Just kind of pinch all that together. Take a couple wraps on around your hand on the tag end of the braid and pull that down. All right. You'll see that knot, if I can get it to focus, that knot is not going anywhere. Now we just trim the end off the braid and we got a complete knot. Tight lines.